guys, welcome back to a new video. So in today's video we're going to be doing reading spooky books for a week. So I kind of had a couple of books in mind, but we're just going to basically mood read kind of for a week, but books that are related to spooky season. So I haven't got specific books for this video that I want to read. I kind of have a rough idea of a couple that I might read, but we'll see where the video takes us, to be honest. I have a few like witchy romance, but I didn't want to read like all witchy romance throughout the video. I have some fantasy books on my radar and just some books that are like linked to spooky season, or spooky season is like the perfect time to read them. So we're just going to see where we get to in the video in terms of what books I read. That's basically the plan, but I know the first one that I want to read is The Wedding Witch, which has just been published by Headline Eternal and is the third book in the Gravesglen series by Erin Sterling, following The Ex-Hex and The Kiss Curse. So Headline Eternal very kindly sent me this book the other week, and I was so excited because I didn't realise the next book had come out yet. So I would have most definitely bought that myself if I hadn't been sent it, because I absolutely love this series and it's just so cozy to read, especially in the full time. So if you're looking for like a witch romance, then highly recommend the whole series, but obviously I haven't read the last one just yet, so we're going to read that together and I'm sure I'm going to love it. But yeah, so thank you again to Headline Eternal for sending me this book. I'm really excited to get to it, and yeah, we'll see where the series is going to take us. So I think this is based on Bowen, who is the last brother, I think, in the group of brothers. I think there's only 3 of them, so the story, each book follows a brother in the sibling group. So I think there's only 3 brothers in this sibling group, I think. So as far as I can remember, I read The Kiss Curse like last year and then The Ex-Hex the year before, so it's been a little while since I've been in the Gravesglen series, so we'll see when we start it, but I think he's the last brother in their sibling group. Let's just dive straight into today's video and get all the spooky vibes for the week. Halfway through this book, so I'm on page 90 and there's like 270-ish pages in the book, so I'm not like too far. I don't think, I'm really bad at maths, but I don't think I'm too far away from the halfway mark. It's just a very quick paced book. So I did read a lot of this last night, and to be honest, I love this series anyway, so when I got sent this book I was so excited. I didn't realise the next instalment was coming out, but for the past couple of years I've read like one from the series for each year. So last year I read The Kiss Curse, and then the year before that I read The Ex-Hex, I think. I don't think I read The Ex-Hex last year. But yeah, if you know anything about me, I love a witch romance, especially in spooky season. I just feel like they're so easy to read, a nice quick read, and yeah, just gets you in the mood for spooky season. So like I say, I'm just under halfway through this book now, and I am really enjoying it. I've really enjoyed every single book in the series. There's always like a slight mystery type element as well to the story, so it's not just like just a romance. There's always something that the characters are trying to work out, so I'm enjoying that part of it a lot. So if you don't know what it's about, it's the third one in the Gravesglen series. So the first one, like I said, was The Ex-Hex, and the second one was The Kiss Curse, and it's basically about the same group of brothers, and all the characters are like interlinked and stuff from the stories. I feel like you don't necessarily need to read them in order, but stuff happens in each one that then obviously leads on to the next one, so I feel like it is better to read them in order. So this one is about Bowen and Tasmin. So Tasmin has appeared in some of the other books, but not as like a main character. She's more of a side character, and then she's an actual main character in this one. Bowen is the brother of the 2 male main characters from the other book, so like I say, it's a group of brothers. So he is, I think there's only 3 brothers, so I'm assuming this is going to be the last one in the series. But yeah, so Bowen and Tasman kind of make a deal. So he needs someone to acquire magical, I don't know what the word is, like not magical like products, but like artifacts and stuff like that. So she is not a witch, but she can but she does make money like acquiring magical things. So she normally works like freelance for different clients and stuff, which is why she's been in some of the other books. And then Bowen basically makes a deal with her and says like, I need you to exclusively just acquire stuff for me. So she makes a bit of a deal with him, and yeah, so basically they're then working together, or she just basically acquires stuff for him, and he's working on like a side project thing that you don't know much about yet, so I'm assuming that's going to come to fruition like towards the end of the book. But then something happens and they both end up at the same wedding. They both go separately and just are like, oh, what the hell are you doing here, sort of thing. And they're both there for like different reasons, which obviously I don't want to say, but you find out in the book. That's basically where I've got to. They both just turned up at this wedding and said, why are you here? But there seems to be like something a bit mysterious going on at this wedding, or at the house that the wedding is being held at, so that's kind of the mystery aspect to the book, which I am really enjoying. So yeah, I would definitely recommend just the whole series in general. I just really enjoy them, and they're just so quick paced. Like this one's literally under 300 pages, and I think I'm going to finish it today. I'm literally going to binge it after work. That is basically where I'm at with this book, so I just thought I'd come in and give you an update before I literally just binge the whole thing and finish it off. But I'm sure I'll be back later with another update to say that I have finished it, because I am very much enjoying it. And like I say, it's just so quick to read, but like really interesting in terms of like the mystery aspect. I love a mystery book, but I think that it's not necessarily like super high stakes, because it's more of like the magical elements and ghosts and that sort of thing, that type of magic, rather than like fantasy magic. It's not really like that, and it's very much like modern day world with added elements of magic and witches and ghosts and all that sort of thing. So definitely just very Halloweeny. So the perfect read for Halloween week, to be honest. I'm going to carry on reading this after work, and I'll obviously come back with an update later, but I just thought I'd pop in and tell you I'm very much enjoying it, which I thought I would, because I loved the other books in the series, as I said, and they were just as quick and again had like mystery elements to them. Drop in and give a little bit of an update on where I am now with Leather and Lark. Please excuse my voice, I've literally woke up and it's just like still not great. Yeah, to be honest, I actually feel better in myself today, but I just think my voice is just sounding ridiculous, which is fantastic. But anyway, I'm now on page 57 of Leather and Lark. So where have I got to? If you don't know what this book is about, first of all, it is the second book to Butcher and Blackbird and that series. I don't actually know what this series is called, whether it has a specific name, but yeah, it's basically the second one in the interconnected series of Butcher and Blackbird. So if you don't know, Butcher and Blackbird is like a serial killer romance. This is kind of the same. So one of them's a serial killer and one of them is a contract killer, so basically he gets like paid to kill certain people. It's not for everyone, but I tell you what, if you think serial killer romance probably not for me, I highly recommend Butcher and Blackbird, but do check trigger warnings and stuff. I just went straight in. I was not really bothered by anything. Some of it's a little bit gross, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't really bothered by any of it, so yeah. But some people will be, so do check trigger warnings and stuff like that. But anyway, so Leather and Lark is about Lachlan, which is Rowan, who is our main character in the first book. It's his brother, so the whole series is about different brothers. So I think the next one is going to be about Fionn, which is their other brother, and then the female main character in this book is Lark, which is Sloane from Butcher and Blackbird. It's her best friend. So Lachlan and Lark have basically, I've just got to the point where they meet each other, but right from the start of the book you kind of see like an interaction they have where they don't really know it's the other person, they've never met before, they just haven't come across each other's paths and stuff before. But there's an incident where they basically meet each other under unusual circumstances, we'll say, and yeah, it kind of goes a little bit awry a little bit later on in the book, which is where I've just got to now. They actually meet each other and like in person, because obviously Sloane and Rowan are together, so they kind of have this little party, and obviously both Lark and Lachlan are invited, and that's where they meet each other properly for the first time. So I've just got up to there. I'll kind of have a gist of where the story is going to go. So like this incident that happened at the start of the book basically made Lachlan lose one of his big contracts for contract killing. So I am assuming, I don't know if this is what the book is about, but I'm assuming that he needs to get this contract back and therefore needs Lark to do that sort of thing. So I'm going to carry on reading some this morning and come back with some updates later on. I have like a Halloween party and stuff to go to later, which I won't be including in this vlog, but I am doing a weekend vlog, so if you do want to see all of that, I think the weekend vlog has actually gone out before this vlog, so you can watch that. So I've got a couple of cozy big things to be doing. So I've got Halloween party and pumpkin picking, but that's not till this afternoon. So this morning I'm literally just going to spend my time reading, and then I'll go and get ready in a little and give you a little update on where I am with Leather and Lark. I have actually now finished this book. I ended up just binging the last bit of it. Once I got towards the end and things were picking up, I just wanted to binge the whole thing. Now, I don't love this as much as Butcher and Blackbird, and I know this is gonna sound slightly psycho. Butcher and Blackbird had more action-packed, murderous content, which was funny to read. This lacked on that. Bear with me. It did lack on it, and I think that's what was missing slightly from this book, because I know people had really high hopes for this and then didn't like it as much as Butcher and Blackbird, and I genuinely think that is the reason why, because there wasn't more actiony content. Like when in Butcher and Blackbird, the characters were still having their romance during the actiony packed content, whereas this was more focused on the characters and what they were going through. So I think this was more character focused than plot focused, to be honest. So it was still good. I still enjoyed it. I still liked Lachlan and Lark. So I can't even remember what I rated this. I think I might have rated it like 4 stars, just the standard 4, to be honest. So I did actually enjoy the book, but it wasn't 5 stars for me, whereas Butcher and Blackbird was very high up there. I really enjoyed that read. I just thought it was really funny, whereas this one was lacking slightly, but still an enjoyable read. So to be honest, I was a bit worried because I thought, oh my god, I'm really not going to like it because of what other people had spoke about, but I feel like people being more harsh than was necessary, in my opinion. I don't even think it was that bad of a book. People were just saying like, I nearly DNF'd it, really didn't enjoy it, but I actually still enjoyed it, considering it was Marriage of Convenience, and I really don't like Marriage of Convenience books. I actually still really enjoyed it, and you could see that Lachlan was making the effort with Lark to make it a marriage that they both wanted and wasn't just Marriage of Convenience. So I think that you definitely saw that the characters did care for each other, which I wasn't necessarily expecting based on like what people were talking about, but yeah, still enjoyed. So we've now finished our second book of the video, and the next book that I'm going to read, so I was going to read another witchy romance, but I have another book that's on my October TBR that I feel would work for this video, and that is One Dark Window. It is a gothic fantasy. So I actually started that yesterday. I went to London for the day, so I just started it on my Kindle because it's on Kindle Unlimited, and read like the first couple of chapters. So basically there's like a mist, and it's causing like an infection throughout the town, and once you're infected, like that's it basically. But it's a really interesting magic system. So there's like playing cards that are kind of delegated to certain people throughout the town, and the whole deck of playing cards needs to be back together to be able to get rid of this infection. That is what I've picked up on so far. Kind of just got into setting the scene of the magic system and learning about our main character and that sort of thing. So I've got to roughly the 100-page mark now this morning, so we're still kind of setting the scene on it. I definitely do want to like continue reading. I just want to know what's going to happen, so I'm going to continue that today. But yeah, that's going to be our next book for this video, and I'm enjoying it so far. But yeah, I thought a gothic fantasy is like the perfect book for spooky season, and it also takes another book off my October TBR. Here and do a little update on where I am with One Dark Window. So I've just got to part 2. I think I've literally read like the first chapter of part 2. So we're kind of like got more of an insight into the characters now. Like, you've obviously got the build up of the story, so they're now looking to complete the whole deck of these cards that help basically cure the infection. So once all the cards are back together, the infection can basically be cured, but nobody knows where all of the cards are and that sort of thing. So there's one specific card that's like really rare, and nobody knows where that card is, so they're kind of like just looking for all these cards and stuff. So we've got to the point now where we understand the story, that's what they're looking for, and you've got some more of an insight into the characters and some secrets are being uncovered and things like that. I am really enjoying it so far. I think probably now, like, it's took a while to get into the story and understand what's happening, but I think now that we've got to that point, it's going to start really picking up. I feel like it's now going to be more action packed towards the end. So I'm on page 169 now, so yeah, just going, I don't know how many pages are in the book. 396, I think. Is that the acknowledgements? Yeah, so not that then. 392. Am I over halfway? I literally don't know. But I've read a decent amount anyway, so I'm going to carry on reading that this afternoon, because it's only like 3 o'clock now, so I've got a little bit more time now to read. So yeah, I'll come back with some updates when I'm further into the book and let you know what, not necessarily what's going on because I don't want to spoil it, but like if I'm enjoying it, that sort of thing, whether it picks up. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on with that and come back with updates later. From work, so I thought I'll give you a little bit of an update on where I got with this book yesterday. So I've now got 60 pages left of the book and I am absolutely loving it, and I will be purchasing the next one straight away as soon as I finish this one, because I'm just really enjoying it and really want to finish off the duology. I'm really enjoying the whole magic system. It is slightly confusing in some places where I'm trying to remember like what each of the cards does. That's a little bit confusing, but other than that, I'm really enjoying the story, really enjoying the characters, anticipating / nervous for where it's going, in terms of like some of the secrets that need to come out and stuff, but still very much enjoying it. And I'm going to literally binge the last 60 pages right now, and finish this off today, but really enjoying this book so far. I've literally just finished One Dark Window. I just had about 60 pages left, like I said, so I just binged the last 60 pages and I immediately need to buy the next book. There is no if or buts or anything. I've got to buy the next one. I can't have it left on that cliffhanger. I need to know what happens with our characters and I need to just
yeah, know everything basically. So based on that, I think I'm going to give it 4.5 stars because it wasn't quite a 5-star, but I have a feeling that maybe the next one might be, now that like we've got used to our world and our characters and that sort of thing. I feel like how it kind of did the ending pushed it to be in a higher rating, but very much enjoyed. So yeah, need to read the next one immediately, so I might pick that up and read that this month while it's like still fresh in my brain, 'cause I don't want to like lose the knowledge of like the world and the magic system and stuff. So I might pick that up in November and read that literally straight away. So those are actually all the books that we're going to read for today's video. So I hope you enjoyed, and it's been a very good reading week actually. I've enjoyed the past couple of reads and they were all perfect for like spooky season. I just feel like perfect for Halloween week, just perfect to get me in the spooky season mood. And yeah, I really enjoyed all the reads, so I would actually recommend all of them if you're looking for any kind of spooky season reads or just books to read in the autumn time, to be honest. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'm sure I'll see you in another one super soon. Bye.